And we'll get to all the Rangers stuff. Walker was really good for the Mets. Boy, they needed that. Statement, though. Statement time. The Yankees are different. Period. Yanks are different this year. By the way, I should probably lower the TV. SNY's bleeding into my studio here. Tiki is out. This is the first time in a couple of years where, as a Yankees fan, you don't have to manufacture conviction, this false sense of belief that the Yankees can actually get to and win the World Series. It's the first time in a couple of years. And if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying. If you're a real fan. If you're a homer, that's fine. If you're a fringe fan, whatever. Real fans know. And the difference is this. The Yankees can win any type of game. They can win 2-1. They can win 1-0. They can win 5-4. We can 14-7. By the way, how sick was that rally? And we're going to react to the home runs. We do that a lot here, but that's not the lead. Yanks always hit home runs. The reason why the Yankees are different this year is because they are just more well-rounded. They don't give up that many extra outs. They do things. Last night, for example, all right, so the bullpen implodes, right? That's an anomaly. I mean, how many times do you think that's going to happen to the Yankees this year? Not many. Probably on one hand, to that extent. So you get to the latter stage of the game, and it's 7-7, and there's 2 outs. 2 outs. And you look up 40 minutes later, and it's 14-7 with 2 outs. Now, to be fair, I don't know what the hell La Russa was doing in that dugout. I mean, Yes was all over it. They're like, you're going to bring in the lefty to face Stanton? He's in the bullpen, but he's not coming in to face Rizzo? You're going to keep Kelly out there? Listen, I understand as well. And when I say that the Yankees are different, the Yankees are built different. That does not mean that they're going to win the World Series. That does not mean that they're even going to get there. What it means is, for the first time in a couple of years, you can wake up, you can get ready to watch Garrett Cole tonight. You can get ready to watch the Yankees Game 2 in Chicago. And you have a real belief that is bolstered by the evidence that we've gotten 30 games into the season, which, by the way, is the Yankees' best start over a 30-game stretch to start a season since the late 90s. And the more you watch this team, listen, there's never going to be another 96 team. That was just so different. The long gap from the 81 World Series loss and the drought and all the nonsense that ensued, just horrendous teams. And then Georgie acting, petulant, then being suspended. And then, of course, Dick Michael saving the franchise and all the things that happened. We're never going to really recreate that. Just like the Met fan will never recreate 86, although, I throw that song out there for you. Maybe we'll play it a little later. Hey, Dove, did you put the 86 song in the system? Oh, hey, Huff. It only took him 2 weeks.
Listen, 2 weeks is good for him. That's a good pace.
So now the next time and I'm not asking for it now, Dove. Watch, you'll play it now during the Yankees. The next time I ask for it, in theory, it will be played quickly. Is this what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Dove, attaboy. Attaboy. Let me hit you with some numbers, and I know that numbers are paralyzing, but let's face it, baseball's built on numbers, right? The Yankees right now, well, they're still hitting home runs. They're second in baseball. They are fifth in on-base percentage. They're second in OPS. They're top 10 in stolen bases. They're 17th in strikeouts from a hitting point of view, and that is the key. Not to mention, by the way, third overall ERA in team ERA, fifth in WHIP. And it's the low-hanging fruit to get on the air and just bag Gary Sanchez, but man, see, there's two things have happened to the Yankees this year. And I'll be honest, I didn't see it coming during the offseason. I didn't like the offseason, although I did know that IKF would be better, serious upgrade catching the ball. But, we were all wrapped up, and I was kind of leading the charge. I want this guy. I want that guy. I want this guy. Do something, do something, do something. and the move seemed a little cosmetic. Didn't really understand the Donaldson move with the $50 million when there were other guys out there. But I think we all, at least early on, we owe Brian Cashman a collective apology. We do. We absolutely do. But with Gary Sanchez, there was addition by subtraction. And then there was addition by addition. So, this is a long season, guys. We understand this. We're going to be taking this temperature of both teams every day, until it's time to take out the thermometer. Like, they either win or they don't. But you look at this right now, 23-8, Yanks, second best run differential in baseball, plus 60 behind the Dodgers, who obviously rake. 4.5 up on Tampa, 6.5 up on the Jays. Red hot Garrett Cole tonight, trying to make it 4 straight stellar starts. Judge, early case for MVP. And really for the Mets as well, because Walker was really good. Well, not dominant, but really good. And what they needed, preserve the bullpen, win another series. The Mets are 6.5 up on Atlanta, 6.5 up on Philly. And how about this? I know Bryce Harper went deep last night, but he's got a slight tear in his UCL in the elbow. So he's not playing right field at least for a month. You want to keep trotting out Castellanos, who's a good hitter, and Schwarber? That's fine, because the Phillies' defense is deplorable, and the Mets are in really good shape. So I know it's the middle of May. And then you look at what the Mets have done on the road, 13-6, keep racking up the series wins, back in Queens tonight, Max Scherzer on the mound, DeGrom on the mend. I'm going to keep saying it. Why not? Why not a Subway Series? Why not? Oh, don't jinx it. Oh, don't touch the money. Oh, don't be a mush. I'm not a mush. I can promise you that. I am mush proof. Except last night when I said take the take the Pirates and the Reds over under 8. And that was a 4-0 game. So we missed that one, but we didn't mush it. Our projection was just a bit off, Why not? Why not? Why not? Let's go. I mean, this is a lot of fun. And we're going to be doing a lot of juggling. And we're going to get to the NFL schedule stuff later, Jets and Giants. But unlike previous years where, you get to September, it's like, here we go. 0-4, 1-3, 1-6, 2-7. Season's over. The Jets and the Giants, at least, certainly the Jets have more talent, but they've got a tougher schedule. The Giants have an easier road, but are obviously hitting the reset button out of necessary from the horrendous job that Gettleman did for too many years. Point being, when we get to September, you want to talk about juggling? Yanks and Mets every night, Jets and Giants, at least the way I see it, competitive. So it is good. It is good. It is a good time to be a New York sports fan. Hoff, what's up, dude? How you doing today there, Mr. Hoffman? I know you get the phones, but what's up, buddy?
I'm great. I'm fantastic. I got no issues at all.
All right. Better not bring down the show.
Dude, listen, even though I watch the Yankees every single game, I'm locked in. It's a phenomenal performance by what they did yesterday. The hitting is fantastic. I'm sitting there going, I'm loving Stanton, loving watching him hit the ball, love watching Judge hit the ball.
If I sense a negative right now, we're going to have an issue.
No, there's no negative.
I can sense, here come the compliments, here come the good thing. So where are you going with that?
I'm not that hater type of guy. The only thing I question is why La Russa went to the lefty. That's the only thing I question.
You were answering the phone. I did bring that was horrendous. Tony La Russa looked like Tony La Russa he may as well have been 119 years old last night in a rocking chair asleep. He was awful.
The one thing I will say is this. Because everyone's giving love to Judge. Does anybody love Stanton in all this? Are you sure? Because I question that.
No. Not everybody doesn't love Stanton. See, here's the issue with the way Giancarlo Stanton is, the analysis around him. It's too emotional. It's not pragmatic. Because every time you think, and I get this, and I've done it too, every time you get to Stanton, invariably, you just have to do it, contract. And that contract is going to be an impediment for guys like, Juan Soto. By the way, how about Walker just standing over Soto?
It's beautiful.
Just standing over him.
It's beautiful.
It's like Roddy Piper standing over Snuka. Get up. Man, oh man, that was pretty strong on his part. But so when you look at Stanton, it's kind of, and by the way, it's also a false statistical representation of what he's done. Like, he's the only Yankee who hits in October, or meaningless or pardon me, meaningful September games. I mean, really. So I like Stanton. I have always appreciated his value, but I get it. The contract. It's a bit heavy. 877-337-6666. It's the Tiki and Tierney Show minus Teak. Teak is back to, what's Teak playing golf? I think Tiki's playing golf with the CBS executives today. Look at Tiki. I mean, what a lifestyle this guy lives. What a lifestyle. Now, he's earned it in his defense, but what a lifestyle, right? So a couple of weeks ago, he's down in the Bahamas, teamed it up with Jeets. Today, he's on the golf course. I'm sure it's an exclusive club. I don't think they're playing at a Muni, with a slope of 117, 272 yards. He's probably lighting it up today somewhere sweet, cigar, Bloody Mary, with the CBS suits. And what is his partner doing? Slumming. But you know what? This is where I'd rather be. I'd rather be right here. Because this is really going to be a special summer. And then as we get deeper, and obviously the analysis changes, and the pressure ramps up, and injuries, which will invariably hit both teams. DeGrom already has been hit. It's going to hit both teams. Both teams will have spurts where we wonder, oh, boy, remember how optimistic you were about this back in May? I get it. It all comes back. It's a long ride. It's a long ride. But both of these teams have the look that they very rarely historically have, and that is substantiated by history, actual provable points in the same season. And, since I started with the Yankees, the Yankees look awesome right now. They really do. All right, 877-337-6666 inside of our Town Fair Tire studio. And look at Dove barking in my ear. Town Fair. Dove, I got it, buddy. Although, to be fair, I did forget.
I appreciate your late honesty.
Oh, no, listen, hey, when I mess things up, the thumb goes to the chest. Unfortunately, I usually have to point the index finger your way, but when there's a mess up, hey, Hoff, you got to take ownership, right?
That's right.
You got to. Something Hoff is still trying to learn.
I tell Dove that every day. He never takes ownership.
Well, maybe you should take your own advice. We're inside the Town Fair Tire studio. You always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. All right, first up, we've got Robert in Watertown, New York on the fan, Tiki and Tierney. What's up, Robbie?
Brandon, did you just say a minute ago, I had to call in, I thought I heard you say that we all owe Brian Cashman an apology.
I think we do.
Did those words come out of your mouth?
They did. There's context there, but I'll let you take it. Go ahead, and I'm sure I'll have something to say after whatever you have to say. Go ahead.
How about the last 4 years in the playoffs, man? How they been doing?
Well, they haven't done well, which is why I basically said in January that if Brian Cashman doesn't have a good year, Brian Cashman needs to get fired, despite having a Hall of Fame resume as an executive.
He's already been fired, dude. Are the Yankees about winning in the regular season? But I don't care if they win 120 games, man. I hope they do. I hope they win 120 freaking games.
Well, they won't.
Because when October comes around, someone else is going to knock them out, just like the Red Sox, the Twins, and the Astros have the last 3 years. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say the Twins.
Yeah, the Twins, get your shine box, Twins. Get back in your hole, Twins.
Well, no, listen.
No, I got you, Rob. So, Rob, let me ask you something, Rob. Let me ask you. I assume you're a Yankees fan, correct? Yes or no?
Up until I was a lifelong Yankee fan, up until they made the decision
to
keep Cashman and Boone.
Okay.
Yeah, then I've quit on them. I'm done with them, man.
Okay. Well, your summer's going to suck. What do you want me to tell you? Have fun.
Summer's going to suck.
Yeah, you really? So when you say you quit on them, you really don't watch and if you don't, that's fine. I'm not going to berate you, but you don't watch the Yankees. You really quit.
I pretty much pay attention to what they do. I see how they're doing, but to me, it doesn't mean anything. It means absolutely nothing until October.
Okay. Well, see, but Rob, and thanks for the call there, buddy. Appreciate you making the call. And you know what? I am so happy that that's the first call I took. I didn't know what his message was going to be, nor did I know that I would be talking to such a baseball fan with such a seemingly low baseball IQ on the first call of the day. And the reason I say that, and yeah, I say it with a smile, but I mean it. The reason I say that is because you refuse to evolve, all right? And I get it. There's all times in our fandom where we get ticked off, we draw a line in the sand, and we do or say whatever we do or say. That's fine, right? But when something is so clearly different, as it is this year, the way the team is built, all right, then I think that you are just being a little lazy, with all due respect, or just too reluctant to readjust, I think, a point of view that has earned the right to be readjusted. Again, with baseball, the randomness this is not. Listen, the Yankees could lose the first round. That's not the point. The point is that we're watching a different team this year. And if you guys don't see that, which many of you do, I don't know what to tell you. I can't help you, Just like we're watching a different Mets team this year. They're deeper. They are faster. They are better. And, whatever percent, 5, 10%, 15, I'll just throw out an arbitrary number. Whatever percentage of Met fans that hold on to, with the Mets, something's going to go wrong. All right. But if you're actually watching the Mets on a night-to-night, day-to-day basis, you know that there is the potential for this to be a special season, a different season. All right? And if you watch the Yankees on a day-to-day, night-to-night basis, as we all do, and you're fair and don't want to be stubborn and just hold on to, a point that was made a while ago to try to prove yourself right, like eventually you got to let go of the rope. I mean, you got to know when it's like, okay, I said this, and I think I was wrong. Now, even if the Yankees don't win number 28, it doesn't mean what I'm saying today doesn't hold true. I thought this team would resemble the slow, lumbering, inefficient baseball team, boring team, overly reliant on the home run team that we've watched for the past couple of years. And I got news for you. It's not.